Yo, what is up? So, I'm playing Echoes of the End on the 4090 now. So, there is actually no DLSS frame generation available yet on the game, but I'm sure there will be. It's just, I didn't notice any Nvidia drivers for this, so I don't know if it's going to come. I'm pretty sure it will come because I didn't notice in the visuals, all the graphics options, but it's called the visuals in this game. There is Nvidia Reflex, and it does mention DLSS frame generation. And actually, when I had a look in a DLSS swap up, it did say it's got frame generation, but I don't know if there's some sort of bug within this game that say it's not even showing it for Nvidia. But I'm pretty sure it will come. But I thought in the meantime, I'm gonna enable Lossless Scaling, so that's what I've done there, top left of the screen. So, but I actually think Lossless, although 9 times out of 10 it's actually working pretty well, it seems quite costly on this game because I was literally getting 90 FPS, and it's actually took quite a bit off my frame rate. Let's put it down to 60. Although I am using OBS, so I think that could be why. I mean, I think it is definitely better when you're not recording with OBS, because that is a trouble with OBS. I mean, I use it to try and get the best image quality I can, because I hate YouTube compression, so that's why I use it. And it just seems to, I don't like using Nvidia's recording, and AMD's doesn't seem to be as good either. I mean, you get a better FPS when you're recording, but I just don't like how it looks. I think it just destroys image quality because they use a low bitrate, and I've tried to configure it, but it never seems to be as good as OBS, because there's options in OBS I can use. But anyway, I did try 2x, 3x, and 4x on this game, but I found, as I've said in the past, as soon as I go to 4x, there is a lot of ghosting, which I don't like. Then to 3x, I tried. So what I've just done here is I've gone back to 2x. So I did previously try 3x and 4x just before what I've done here, and then I just decided, well, I'm losing less FPS anyway if I go 2x, and it's doubling my frame rate. So I went with that and then just played the rest of the game on 2x, and it felt alright, to be honest. You get the odd stutter, but then I was getting that without frame generation because it is Unreal Engine. But as far as the game goes, as I've said, I'm really digging this game. You get the bug to play it again, to be honest. I do anyway. I mean, I just like I mean, I've gone a bit further than I did on the AMD GPU, although I'm not sure if, I mean, I don't know what's going on with the saving, because I did save my game on the AMD GPU and it remembered, but then I went back to my Nvidia system, and I literally had to go back. So I think CloudSync may have mucked up on Steam, because usually the sync of the cloud usually remembers it for both my GPU, so I can go on my AMD system and just carry on where I left off from my 4090. So I reckon the cloud must have mucked up on Steam, because that's literally never happening usually. So this game is, I've got it on Steam, so I can't see why it would be any different. So if you're asking me, would I recommend this game? Yeah, I mean, if you've played the Banishers, I think you could have a really good time with it, because you will learn more. I mean, I've only just scratched the surface really, but there was a really good puzzle coming up right at the end of the video, and then there was a good boss fight. So I will warn, there is a couple of spoilers in it. So this video is going to be more showing you what the game's more about. Although I do cut some things, but there's at least one spoiler. It's only a boss fight, so it's not a massive spoiler. But you just see what happens once you defeat the first boss, basically. Nothing much happens just yet, so it's up to you. I mean, but I'm just showing bits of what I showed, but it's just more extensive sort of highlights of the game. So this video will basically just, if you're really interested in the game but you're not sure whether you actually want to buy it, I would suggest watching this, because you're not gonna, as I said, there is some spoilers, but it's not massive spoilers, because I've literally I'm pretty sure the game is going to be a lot longer than an hour. So even that, I mean, so again, this wasn't massively difficult, but I did enjoy doing it. So you just basically got to move that across, spin it around. That was one of the first ones I did. Even if they're pretty simple at the start, I mean, I'm still enjoying them. As I said, it's a game that activates your brain. You got to work out a few things, and in games like, I mean, if I'm talking about Hellblade, I found the puzzles in that Hellblade 2 to be pretty much the same, and quite disappointing, if I'm being honest, because you would sort of you'd have to line certain things up, but it felt like it sort of helped you do it, and I don't know, I wasn't too sure about that. I mean, when I look back on Hellblade 2, although I did enjoy Hellblade 2, I wouldn't say it blew me away at all. The first, I don't know if the first one was actually better than that. I did feel, although that they are basically walking simulators, them games, but yeah, I weren't really that fond of that. I mean, it was a very short game as well, although the experience was good. But yeah, that's what I think about that. I mean, but I do really enjoy the combat on there, the way you can just chuck all these enemies about, and I feel like there's going to be more abilities to unlock. So it reminds me a bit of some other games like Assassin's Creed, where you learn new abilities, you basically unlock the skill tree, and so you can just basically press the combination of buttons like in Final Fantasy 16. I like that. So they literally done that, and a couple of other games they do it. It's quite a modern day thing, but I like that feature because it just makes combat more advanced, and so you can parry on there. There's a lot more moves on this game to come. Again, as I said, I've only scratched the surface on it. I mean, although you do get the odd stutter, I haven't found any stutters when I'm in combat. So I think it would bother me a lot more if I'm sort of stuttering in combat. But the settings are fairly heavy. But again, I think I'm finding in Unreal Engine that global illumination setting, all you need to do is just knock that down to higher or even medium, depending on what graphics card you got, and you do gain a lot of performance back. And it reminded me of the Mafia Country. That's all you got to do in that. So it seems to be a lot of these developers are using Unreal Engine, and it is a very heavy engine, no doubt, but that is what you do, because that global illumination, I do feel it's a bit of a gimmick a lot of the time, although I know what it does. I mean, I'll probably have a load of fanboys coming at me saying, "Oh, you got to have it on," and all that, but it really doesn't bother me. So again, on this, I've literally just gone into it. I've been so immersed into the game, I've not really bothered changing the settings much. I've just maxed it all out, and then I thought I'd just have a look at that another date. I mean, to be honest, it's not been running badly enough to me to have another look at the settings. I've just left it as it is. I mean, it's running all right. I mean, that's what I'll do a lot of the time. If it's feeling very sort of laggy, like delayed, I would have probably had a look at it, but so far I haven't felt the need to. So I've actually been running all ultra on the 97 XT and the 4090, and I seem to be getting over 60 FPS. So I'm just going with that. I'm enjoying the game. The combat has surprised me. I didn't expect it to be this fun. Um, I think there is some negativity about the game on Twitter. I've seen a few comments. I've seen a few comments on other channels saying it's like a very basic RPG. It's bad. I think it's just the usual people trying to trash a game when it's actually pretty decent. And again, I just like to try stuff out for myself, and if I like it, I just block all the negative noise out. So if I like it, I'll just carry on. I will continue to play it. As I said, Forspoken was meant to be complete trash. Now I tried it, and then I think that was one of the games where I thought, well, I'm just gonna pretty much, if as long as a game isn't complete trash, like I mean, even Mindsight, I definitely wouldn't recommend that game. But as bad as it was, I don't think I would have give it a 34 out of 100. I mean, I mean, I do think even though it was a bad game, yeah, I think it has got to be complete bloody trash to get a low score like that. I mean, I would have give it probably a 60 something. 34 just seems a bit extreme. So I never think a game is totally bad like that. It would have to be bloody awful. I mean, if it was that bad, I actually completed Mind's Eye, mostly for a laugh. But there was bits. I mean, I did like the little robot you had. That was quite fun. But it does take me a lot to really hate a game. I mean, there was one game that really wound me up, and that was Fire. What was it called? Firewatch. I mean, I literally had to remember the name because I wanted to forget it. I wanted to wipe it from my memory, but that's probably one of the games where it was a complete nightmare for me because I just found it so boring. So there will be certain games out there that will trigger me, no question, no doubt about that. But again, I will. I don't think people should just look at reviews and think, oh well, it's got a 70 score. So just as I said, do not completely dismiss it because I would suggest what I do is I look at videos like mine, for example, or I watch a lot of videos from Fighting Cowboy, and just watching his videos because he's a bit like me. He doesn't really care about reviews. If it's like a Souls game, and if it gets a bad review, he will still buy it and try it out. So again, it's not that I don't look at reviews. I do look at reviews, but then I do actually think for myself, and I don't let someone else decide what will be a good game for me. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, another great example actually would be the first Descendant, and that for me has been one of my most favourite online games, favourite MMO games online. And there was a reviewer called Mr. Matty Plays, and he said it was complete rubbish and it would be dead within a few months. And again, it's definitely not dead. I mean, a lot of people love that game, and I actually really enjoyed it. I found it quite addictive because there is a lot of stuff to do. I think the developers do a good job of keeping that game going as well. They know how to. I mean, I really like the missions. I love the. It's one of the best games for level design, if you ask me. That first Descendant game, and that got a really bad score from what I remember. I think it got 60 or something, and it wasn't a good score at all, an open critic. So I'm pretty sure it was nothing to shout about, that score. So again, that is another example of what I'm talking about. So I like to think I'm a good judge of a game. I mean, I've literally been gaming all my life. So again, I'll give my honest opinion, and I wouldn't have picked up this game if I wasn't interested. I mean, there is definitely enough to keep me playing this game. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not forcing people to buy it. I'm not advocating for the game either. I'm just sharing my experience. I'm not getting paid for it. The main reason I do this channel is because I love gaming so much, and I love to help people, as I've done with OptiScale and all that. And I just love sharing my experience. I literally enjoy it. It's like a hobby. It's the best hobby, along with well, I don't really enjoy watching West Ham, but that is another hobby of mine. But yeah, I really enjoy it. I love technology. I love gaming even more, and so that's why I like to talk about games and share my experience. And it's literally just that. So this was another puzzle here that I really enjoyed. I think that's the best one so far, to be honest. This one. So it was slightly tricky, and although it didn't take me too long to figure it out, but again, I do like these sort of games where you just gotta use your magic spells to figure things out, and then it does a really good job of mixing combat and at the right time. And then the boss fight was pretty decent. Again, when you're right at the start of the game, they tend to ease you in, and then it gets harder as you go along. So I imagine it will be like that with this game. So yeah, I mean, definitely. I think for the it's probably cheaper on CD keys, but I did see it on offer on Steam for £29 if you was interested in it. But I thought I'd do this video just to give people more of an idea of it. I do think it, as I said, I do think it is just getting a bit of a bad rep on Twitter from what I've seen. But then, I don't know, it just seems a popular thing to do these days, to trash a game. There's definitely people out there that will just trash a game without even giving it a good chance. So all you can do really is just, as I said, watch gameplay, try and decipher if it's good for you, and just, you know, decide for yourself. I mean, that is literally what I do with games. I watched a couple of walkthroughs on it. There's plenty of them about. I mean, the idea of this video was to give you a bit more gameplay, but there are other videos out there that are with people doing walkthroughs. Although you will get some just being completely negative about it, doing a walkthrough, but I'll try and approach games with a level head, and just, again, if I feel I'm having a good time with it, I'll carry on playing it. So this is a boss fight, and he was quite powerful, to be fair. I found you couldn't roll out of the way as effectively. So he was quite accurate once you got close, but then I just used that special ability I got to knock him out of the way. That was quite effective. And then basically that was my tactic: keep my distance, and then just basically take my time with it. See, I still found I got hit when I rode, but he's got a big range once you get close. So that wasn't difficult at all, really, that boss. So, but it does seem a very interesting game for me. So it's given me a problem, because there's a few games I'm playing at the moment, and then I've started playing this, and this is why. I mean, I've got a problem with finishing games. Like, I'll play a game and then I'll find another game. I'm just addicted to buying games, really. I mean, it was never this bad when I had a console, because I thought, well, there's a decent choice, but I've found ever since I went to PC gaming, there is actually a far bigger library and choice on Steam, and there's just too many good choices, really. I think, and I think that's where my problem lies. Is I'm actually into more genres these days. Like, I like the anime RPGs as well as all the Dark Souls. I like my FIFA games, esports. So, and I think actually AMD technology, Nvidia, it gets you more into wanting to play these games because there is a lot more features at play, and that's where I find I just get totally hooked. I get totally hooked, immersed with the features, and as I said before, I do believe you get a really good experience on PC. There's more settings to play with. Yeah, I literally love it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it actually gives you a good idea of what the game's about. For me, it's not trash, but again, I mean, I'll just give my honest opinion. It's definitely not. It's a really good game so far, and I hope people try it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.